I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be how to get her to contact you more. In other words, how do you get women that you've started dating to start reaching out to you more, contacting you more, and initiating things so you can basically sit back and let her chase you, which is obviously the best place to be. Because if a woman is chasing you and trying to get a hold of you, she's not going to be dumping you, and that puts you in the best position to be. It gives you the power, which is where it needs to belong anyways. So I've got an email here from a viewer, and he says, "Hey Corey, how can I make a woman that I'm dating take the initiative to contact me more often, whether it's through cell phone, text messaging, or Facebook? Should I contact her actively in the beginning so that she will contact me more later?" Yes, but I'm going to explain more in a minute. He says, "I'm afraid once I contact her too much," which you definitely don't want to do, "she's afraid of me and will stop contacting me. How can I obtain that balance point? Please share your valuable insights with me. Thank you." So here's the deal. And what I talk about in my book is that when you first meet a girl, normally you're going to call her and arrange a date. What I typically do is when I meet a girl, I'm going to arrange a date right on the spot. And then usually what's going to happen is after I have the first date, a few days will go by, and then, like, say 3 or 4 days go by, and then I'll call and arrange a date. So basically what I'm doing is I'm going out with a girl once a week. Now, after the second or third date, usually I will have hooked up with her, slept with her, because that's usually most women are going to sleep with a guy the second, third, maybe the fourth date at the latest, unless she's got religious hang-ups or you're just ultra-conservative, which is totally fine. But in my experience with women, it's usually the second or third date where you end up sleeping with them. And so what happens is as you start going out, and as long as you're doing everything right, like I talk about in my book, which is extremely important. If you haven't read my book yet, go to my website, and underneath the email sign-up box will be a link that'll take you to the Amazon Kindle download page for my book. If you don't have a Kindle device, once you get to the download page on the right-hand side, there's a button you can click and download a free e-reader app for your smartphone, tablet device, or your computer, and then you can download the book right after that and read it right on that particular device. So once you read my book, that'll give you the baseline knowledge, because a big part of being successful with women is learning what not to do. Learning the things that most guys do that communicate weakness, insecurity, fear, doubt, whatever. The things that most guys do to turn women off, because that's mostly half the battle right there, is just to cut out all the bad behavior, saying things that make you look weak, how to carry a conversation when you're on a date with a girl, how to remain mysterious so she likes you more and it builds sexual anticipation. So when you start doing those things and you're going on to your dates, the second date, the third date, and then you're sleeping with the girl, what happens is as she feels more comfortable and she feels safe with you and realizes that you're a good guy and you're a good catch, what's going to happen is after you go out on a date, usually the next day or the day after that, she'll send you a text and say, "I had a really great time last night. This sex was great. It was such a wonderful evening. I really like how you planned everything out. It was so wonderful." She'll tell you all the things that she likes about it. And when that happens, when she reaches out to you, the real reason that she's contacting you is not just to say she had a great time. It's because it's her way of letting you know and complimenting you and basically saying, "Hey, you did a really good time. You really showed me a really great time, and I'm going to reward you by hopefully you'll take the initiative and make our next date." So instead of waiting to call her the next week, now she's called you maybe or texted you or sent you a message or an email the day after your date. You can say, "Hey, it was great seeing you. I had an awesome time too. I can't wait to see you again." And then send her back the response, "Hey, when are you free to get together again? I'd love to see you." And then she'll text you back or email you back or message you back or call you back and tell you when she's free. And then you simply arrange the next date 2 or 3 days later, a definite day, definite time to get together. And that's what happens, because when you're only reaching out once a week, she's not going to want to wait until the next week, because her interest level is starting to go up and her level of attraction, and she wants to see you more and more. And then what happens 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks into the relationship, and then it's going to be at the point where she'll pretty much be calling you or texting you at least once a day, and then you just simply arrange a date for her to come over to your place, make dinner together, or you take her out to a nice place, and you get to the point where after a couple of months, she'll be texting and calling you all the time, and you really don't have to reach out to her. It's like the only time you'll be calling her is, in essence, when you're responding to her initiated contact. But like I said, if you're doing everything right, that'll happen really quick. But if you're still messing up when you're going out on dates, it's going to push that out further and further for her to develop a level of comfort and trust with you. And that simply comes with experience and time. So be patient with yourself and stick to once a week dating a girl. And the more things you do right and the more comfortable she feels, the quicker she's going to start reaching out to you and contacting you. And when she does, make sure you simply arrange the next date to get together. It's all you have to do. And she'll be chasing you, and you'll have all the power, and it'll make you feel amazing, and it'll give you an amazing level of confidence because you'll have this beautiful girl that's calling you and texting you all the time, and you really don't have to do anything other than just respond to her and invite her over or invite her out for a date and then pick her up or meet her out at a certain place. And it makes it pretty effortless and pretty easy to date. And usually after about 2 months, if you've done everything right, she'll be head over heels in love with you, and she'll basically tell you that you're not to date other women and she wants to be your girlfriend. And it's up to you at that point to decide whether you want to become exclusive with her or if you want to continue dating other women. It's totally up to you. It'll be your choice. Being at a place of choice is the best place to be with women. So if you have a question to ask me or there's a topic you want me to cover in a future video newsletter, go to my website, click the Contact Me tab, which is going to be on the left-hand side of your screen. Send me 1 to 2 paragraphs max detailing your questions, your situation, your challenges. And just got to give me several days to get back to you with a response because I get a lot of email from the internet. And I also get a lot of it from my paying phone coaching customers. But be patient, and I will get back to you. If you want to talk to me right away, the quickest way to get my help is to book a paid phone coaching session. And you can do that by going to my website, click the Products tab, which can be at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions. And I will talk to you soon.